What's up, Daveeezy? We back with another video. Y'all see the thumbnail title, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say. Let's go.
I want to thank you for the warm welcome. But please, not so loud. Donald was listening. Sleepy Don.
Sleepy Don.
I kind of like that. I may use that again.
President Biden had jokes. That was at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday evening. I love how President Biden goes, Sleepy Don, Sleepy Don. Of course, Donald Trump's been falling asleep every day in trial. Every day in the morning, Donald Trump falls asleep. And as we previously reported here, sources in the courtroom also talked about how, like, as Donald Trump was falling asleep, he was passing gas. And the whole thing is just so gross and so odd. And President Biden was having some fun at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. They're here. President Biden talks about how at least his own vice president endorses him. Here, play this clip.
But look, age is the only thing we have in common. My vice president actually endorses me. I had a great stretch since the State of the Union, but Donald has had a few tough days lately. You might call it stormy weather. What the hell?
That's hilarious. Stormy weather is hilarious.
But President Biden did, of course, have to concede that in this race, age is an issue. Here's what he had to say. Play the clip.
The 2024 election's in full swing. And yes, age is an issue. I'm a grown man running against a 6-year-old. Well, I feel great.
I just told you, President Biden is coming out with some pretty good jokes. I love him being self-deprecating. Again, that shows confidence. And I love that he's just going right for the jugular with Donald Trump. And he didn't just reserve his jokes about Donald Trump. Also, Lauren Boebert got in on the action. No pun intended. Here, play the clip.
Look, being here is a reminder that folks think what's going on in Congress is political theater. That's not true. If Congress were theater, they'd have thrown out Lauren Boebert a long time ago.
And the media wasn't safe from President Biden's jokes. Here's what he had to say about
media?
The New York Times and other outlets that are whining about not having enough access to him. Play this clip.
Now, to all my friends in the press and Fox News,
And Fox News.
some of you complain that I don't take enough of your questions. No comment. Of course, the New York Times issued a statement blasting me for, quote, active and effectively avoiding independent journalism. Hey, if that's what it takes to get the New York Times to say I'm active and effective, I'm for it. It's okay. I have higher standards. I do interviews with strong, independent journalists who millions of people actually listen to, like Howard Stern.
You know, and then with all of these White House Correspondents' Dinners, obviously it starts off with President Biden being good-natured, joking, showing a sense of humor, which I think is important in any leader, you know, to be able to take a joke, to give a joke. Mm-hmm. Remember, Donald Trump never even showed up to these White House Correspondents' Dinners because he couldn't handle, like, making jokes or people making jokes about him. Like, he couldn't handle it at all. But then they take it to a really kind of serious point, President Biden does. And President Biden says, though, look, we're having fun tonight, but in all seriousness, you have to take when Donald Trump's talking about being a dictator and calling you all the enemy of the people, you have to take that very seriously. And we've seen what he's tried to do before, and stop with this horse race of, of the drama and the clickbait. Like, let's focus on what's actually at stake here. You really got to do your job, media. I thought this was an incredible moment from President Biden's speech. Play the clip.
On the third anniversary of January 6th, I went to Valley Forge, and I said the most urgent question of our time is whether democracy is still the sacred cause of America. That is the question the American people must answer this year. And you, the free press, play a critical role in making sure the American people have the information they need to make an informed decision. A defeated former president has made no secret of his attack on our democracy. He said he wants to be a dictator on day one, and so much more. He tells supporters he is their revenge and retribution. When in God's name have you heard of another president say something like that? And he promised a bloodbath when he loses again. We have to take this seriously. 8 years ago, you could have written off it as just Trump talk, but no longer, not after January 6th. I'm sincerely not asking of you to take sides, but asking you to rise up to the seriousness of the moment. Move past the horse race numbers and the gotcha moments and the distractions, the sideshows that have come to dominate and sensationalize our politics. And focus on what's actually at stake. I think in your hearts you know what's at stake. The stakes couldn't be higher. Every single one of us has a role to play, a serious role to play, in making sure democracy endures, American democracy. I have my role, but with all due respect, so do you. In the age of disinformation, credible information that people can trust is more important than ever. And that makes you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, makes you more important than ever. So tonight, I'd like to make a toast to a free press, to an informed citizenry, to an America where freedom and democracy endure. God bless America.
And then at the end, President Biden made a toast to the free press and to the preservation of what should be a robust fourth estate, to the First Amendment, to the hardworking and courageous reporters out there. Here, play this clip.
That's why I want to close the night with my genuine thanks to the free press. There are some who call you the enemy of the people. That's wrong and it's dangerous. You literally risk your lives doing your job.
That's that.
You do. Covering everything from natural disasters to pandemics to wars and so much more. And some of your colleagues have given their lives, and many have suffered grievous injuries. Other reporters have lost their freedom. Journalism is clearly not a crime, not here, not there, not anywhere in the world.
And folks, what a great moment. I'm going to do a whole nother hot take on Colin Jost and his speech, which was hilarious. I'll show you this small portion, though. I found it funny where he goes, well, on the one hand, basically, Donald Trump says that President Biden is both senile and also a criminal mastermind. And by the way, President Biden, must be a lot of work for you to be dealing with rigging the Super Bowl and rigging elections and rigging everything. It's another good moment. Here, play this clip.
It's also wonderful to be back in Washington. I love being in Washington. The last time I was in D.C., I left my cocaine at the White House.
I'm done up.
Luckily, the president was able to put it to good use for his State of the Union. I'm kidding, of course. The president doesn't call it cocaine. He calls it high-speed rail.
That's good.
By the way, can you blame the guy for turning to cocaine? He must be exhausted, orchestrating 4 separate trials against his rival, rigging the Super Bowl, and gearing up to steal a second election. Wow. Biden laughed. I love, by the way, that Trump's 2 attacks on President Biden are that he's a senile old man and a criminal mastermind. I'm like, I think you gotta pick one. Personally, I don't know any criminal masterminds who bike to get ice cream.
Folks, what I loved about this White House Correspondents' Dinner, and let me know what you think about it, is, again, the normalcy here, the fact that President Biden could take a joke, that President Biden's willing to, laugh and have jokes at his expense over his age. But I think he really brought it to Donald Trump there, and basically calling Donald Trump out for being sleepy, calling Donald Trump out for having his own vice president not endorse him, how Donald Trump acts like a 6-year-old. I thought those were actually really important points that President Biden made. And look, we've talked about President Biden saying he's, willing to debate Donald Trump. And as I've always predicted here, I still stand by it. I highly doubt that Donald Trump's going to debate President Biden. And one of the biggest tells is that Donald Trump right now is already saying, I want to debate right now in the courthouse, or let's do it at a MAGA rally in Michigan. Let's do it right now. That's part of Donald Trump's pathology, where he starts to set up his excuse why he doesn't do something, because he'll say, oh, well, I said I was going to do it and then you refused to do it. Now I don't want to do it. So just follow the rules. You'll do it when the debates happen, when the invites get sent out. You'll go in front of real journalists and you'll debate. And Donald Trump's going to say, oh, it's rigged and I can't do it and all these things. So we know where that's going to happen. So anyway. What a night. What a night. What are some great moments there by President Biden. Tell me what you think in the comments below. And we'll see each other soon. Hit subscribe. Have a good one. Let's get to 3 million subscribers.
Got you, bro. Love it. There y'all have it, man. Let's get these comments. Laughing at Trump's suspense pissed him off more than anything. I'm here for it all day long. Sleep down. President Biden was brilliant. I love my president. The previous disgrace president was so childish and thin-skinned, he wouldn't even attend the HW Correspondents' Dinner. What a tough guy. Never trust someone who takes themselves so seriously they can't take a joke. Wow. There I have it though, man. Biden's I love the speech he gave. It's hilarious. It's facts. I ain't taking no sides. I'm just here for the ride, to be honest, man. I'm not heavy on either side. I'm just here to learn and to figure out what's going on. Yeah. If you got any comments, let me down in the comment section, y'all. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Hit that notification button so you're notified when I upload, y'all. I gotta get out of here. I gotta make way more videos than this. I love y'all. Peace and love, baby. And we are.